students. Today's topic is Stern-Gerlach experiment, which is a continuation of vector atom model. This experiment is nothing but verification of vector atom model. The two postulates given by vector atom model, that is space quantization and electron spin, is experimentally verified in this experiment. So this experiment was demonstrated by two scientists, namely Otto Stern and Walter Gerlach. In this experiment, silver atoms are heated in an electric oven and passed through the non-homogeneous magnetic field. Their behavior is studied. The apparatus of this experiment are electric oven, where silver atoms are heated so that they transform into gaseous state, two slits S1 and S2 to produce a fine collimating beam of silver atoms, so that almost like a single line of silver atoms passes through the magnetic field. The magnetic field is produced by placing two magnets, north pole magnet and south pole magnet, where the two magnets are, one is horseshoe shape magnet, the other is knife edge shaped magnet. What is the purpose of taking electromagnets of this shape? Ante here we are going to study the behavior of silver atoms in non-homogeneous magnetic field. The magnetic field strength should not be uniform. So in order to produce a non-uniform magnetic field, we have taken this sort of magnetic dipoles, where the intensity of magnetic field is high at the midpoint along the axis, and the intensity of magnetic field decreases slowly on either sides of the midline of the magnetic dipoles. So, and a photographic plate is placed after the magnetic dipoles to record the position of silver atoms. So this is the experimental setup of Stern-Gerlach experiment. So once again, let us have a look at the experimental setup. S is the source of silver atom. S1 and S2 are two collimating slits to produce sharp beam of atoms. The beam is allowed to pass through non-uniform magnetic field produced by electromagnets. At the end of this electromagnet, a photographic plate is placed to record the position of the silver atoms after passing through the non-uniform magnetic field or non-homogeneous magnetic field. Since we are dealing with the atoms and these atoms are highly energetic, in order to avoid ionization taking place with the atmosphere, we place the entire apparatus in evacuated chamber. So this is all about the experimental setup of Stern-Gerlach experiment. Initially, the experiment is performed in the absence of magnetic field. Magnetic field ni off chesi we do the experiment, ante the silver atoms are allowed to pass through the magnetic dipoles where there is no magnetic field, and the photographic plate records pattern which is similar to Bohr-Sommerfeld. When we switch on the electromagnet, the non-homogeneous magnetic field will come into presence in the setup, and when the silver atoms are allowed to pass through this non-homogeneous magnetic field, according to vector atom model, if the atom has a space quantization, or if the atom has electrons of the atom has electron spin, then there will be displacement, quantized displacement or fixed displacement in the position of the atoms. And the figure which we have got in the experiment also has two narrow strips separated by small space. For suppose if the atom doesn't have these two properties, then the figure must be a large band representing the random orientations of the atom in the presence of magnetic field, where the atom can have any sort of direction, or it can have all directions with 3 degrees of freedom in space. So according to classical mechanics, where the atom is described as having 3 degrees of freedom, the pattern that was expected was a large band. But in Stern-Gerlach experiment, the pattern that is obtained is two narrow strips separated by some distance, thus supporting the vector atom model postulates. These two narrow strips displaced by some distance will support space quantization, saying that the orientation of the atom is fixed to only certain directions. Since we are having only two narrow slits, it is confirmed that the electron is having spin values of s is equal to plus half and minus half. These two spin values, each line representing spin of half value and spin of minus half value. As far as silver atom is concerned, silver is a monovalent with atomic number Z is equal to 47, where all the silver electrons shells are completely filled except the outer shell, where you have single electron in phi s orbit. The total magnetic moment of the atom is only because of this single electron, and only two narrow strips are seen on the photographic plate corresponding to magnetic moment value, possible orientations of mu, where mu is proportional to angular momentum J, and the value of J is given by root of J into J plus 1 h by 2 pi. There are 2J plus 1 orientations of J whenever J is not equal to 0, and in this Stern-Gerlach experiment it is clearly shown that J is having only two orientations. That implies capital J has two orientations corresponding to the spin of its valence electron. Usually capital J is given by resultant of combined orientation of L and S. Since for S orbit L is 0, the only angular momentum responsible is spin angular momentum, and the value of spin angular momentum is taken as plus half or minus half, which rightly fits into the equation of atomic physics. So this is about the result obtained by Stern-Gerlach experiment. we would continue the topic with the necessary theory in our next class, and we will proceed into the discussion part.